All right, let's play a game called Make It Make Sense. Let's go. So, y'all know one of the things that I like doing is finding out new information, finding out things I think that can help regular everyday people. I know a lot of people that we see on videos on YouTube or TikTok or wherever you are. It seems as if though they got it all together, or it may be that we found them at the point where they did finally figure it out. I've had plethora of information. I would say this: I was probably in analysis paralysis at a point. It was just a lot of information gathering, and even though here's the crazy part: even though I'm coaching people on the information and it's working for them, I wasn't as quick to apply it to my life as they were, those who were allowing me or trusted my voice to be able to teach them the things that they are doing and they're having success with. So that's a great thing. So anyway, I did come across savings plans. Now, for you all, for those of us who have a bank and we have our money in our bank, my money was in a particular bank, and that bank was giving me 0.01%. All right, so let's do the math, and let's let the math for us. So let's just say I don't, but let's just say not at the moment I don't. But let's just say you got $1 million in the bank. Now, again, let me start over and say this: I'm not a financial advisor, so I'm just saying hypothetically, if this was me, this is what I would do. Make sure you do your own research, so forth and so on. All right, there we go. Got that out the way. But let's say you got $1 million in your bank. And in your $1 million, if you have the bank that I had, they were giving you 0.01%. So in other words, I got $1 million in the bank, or you got whatever money you got in that particular bank, and they're saying, "Hey, listen, as a thank you for allowing us to use your money, to lend that money out, to make money off of it, we're going to give you 0.01% at the end of the year." So my bank was giving me 0.01%. And so I just did the numbers. I said, okay, if I had $1 million in my bank, how much would they give me? And I want you to take your calculator and I want you to go to and type 1 million times 0.01%. Don't forget the percent sign. And you'll see if you had $1 million in this particular bank, they would give you at the end of the year $100. Crazy. So then I discovered something. My wife and I, we were talking when we were doing the 52-week challenge years ago on our 25th anniversary. We didn't even know, like, there was, in our wealth of knowledge, there was no high yield savings account that we knew about. All right. So then we find out there's a such thing as a high yield savings account, and they are members of the FDIC. In other words, your money is insured up to a certain point. You'll find that out. Go look that up for yourself. But if we had a high yield savings account, and say you got that same $1 million in the high yield savings account, and that high yield savings account, just so I can add better, is giving you 3%. If you do the same $1 million times 3%, you're gonna get $30,000. Now that's a loan. Just think about that. Now I know some of y'all saying, "Bruh, I ain't got $1 million." Okay, that means you're getting even less. Like just think about it. Your bank says, or the bank I was with, "I'm gonna give you 0.01% for allowing me to make 12% off your money." At least at this point, in a high yield savings account, you're going to get somewhere between 3 to 4%. So if it was me and I was just starting out and I had a whole lot of money, I had all of my money in a savings account, I would look to see what that would look like different in a high yield savings account. And I'm just saying, let the math do the math for you. You ain't got to, like, don't go through the whole, just let the math. Make it make sense for people who have and they just, well, I don't feel like doing, like, bro, what are you talking about? Let your money make money, especially for people who don't want to do the stock market. Like you don't want to invest in the stock market. You don't want to invest in the in an SPY or VTI or VOO or any of those things. Like you don't want to do that, and you got a 401k. Surprise, you're investing in the stock market. But let's say that's you. You don't want to do that. I'm saying at least be smart enough. Let's be smart enough for us. Let's be smart enough to take the money. And if it was me, I would then take the money and take, if not majority, all of the money and put it into a savings account that's going to yield me a little bit more interest. All right. So with that being said, I'm going to give us three. I'm going to give us three. There are many out there. And I'm not saying you need to do these three. I'm just saying here are three that I think were good. And the reason why I think it's good for these three, because there's no minimum to earn the interest rate that they have. In other words, you don't have to put 1,500 in first to get it, or 2,000 or 500. So again, I'm talking to people that are in communities or in communities, and you're like, I don't have that kind of money. So it's even more important for people like us in those communities, and I don't mean black or white, just from an economic standpoint, in those communities to put our money in a place where it can make more sense and make more money. All right. So one is the American Express High Yield Savings Account. There's no minimum to that, and it'll be on the screen in just a minute. And they are given a 3.3 rate APY for your money. So American Express is good. That's one, and it is FDI insured as well. The second one is SoFi. Now, SoFi is actually 3.3, but then they have certain things that you would do, and you can earn an extra 0.7 bonus. So it's up to 4% for an APY. So if we take the same $1 million and you do what it takes to earn the extra 0.7%. Now that $1 million makes $40,000 every year. All right. And then that compounds, you know what I'm saying? And the last one, and this is actually the one that I actually have, and my wife, one of my sons, and I think one of my daughters as well has this as well. And so it's Capital One 360 Performance Savings, and they have an interest rate of 3.3 as well, and as well the same. There's no minimum to get started. So get started. Let's not use I don't have the money as an excuse not to get started. At least open up the account. You may have a certain amount of time which you have to put something in. Begin to, if it's me, I will begin to take some money out. If not all of it, I'm probably that aggressive. I'll probably just like, oh no, y'all got me. I'm gonna keep it 100. We closed the account. My wife and I. We closed the account. I just like, this don't make sense. Like I had it because it was convenient for me for a moment. Then I realized, no, this don't make sense. And it don't make sense. CENT? No, nothing. Okay, gotcha. All right, so those are just three. Definitely do your own research. Look to see which one best fits you. But that's what we were doing. Before I leave, also I want to let you know that there is an affiliate link for this book. It is called The Richest Man Who Ever Lived. I said by King Solomon last time. It is not by King Solomon, but it's about King Solomon. It's by a guy named Stephen Scott. My wife and I are reading this book. So far, the book has been really good. And again, like I said last time, what intrigued me about the book is I was encouraging people to do the proverb. I call it the Proverbs Challenge, where you read one proverb a day, whatever the day is, whatever the date is, that's the proverb that you read. So if it's Proverbs number 4, if it's the 4th of the month, then you read Proverbs 4. If it's the 5th day of the month, you read Proverbs 5, 25, 25. You get it. But this book is good. So anyway, like I said, we have an affiliate link in the description box below. Please get your copy. I think this book is going to be great for anyone who wants to read it and be consistent with reading it. And I think it'll change your life. So that's that. If you want to get a copy, again, check my link below. If you want my free financial analysis form, please send me an email to hwhhfinances at gmail.com, HWHHfinances at gmail.com. And if you are in Tennessee, Mississippi, and Arkansas, and you're looking for life insurance, please, again, send me an email to hwhhfinances at gmail.com, hwhhfinances at gmail.com. Listen, if this video helped you and you know someone that it can help, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the page, let the algorithm know that you like this so that it will begin to push it out to more people, as well as share this video with at least 3 people you know that it could benefit. All right? Peace. Salute.